All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome today back to our business spotlight. I'm Don Dotson with Action Coach and Excel Edge here in Omaha. Today, I've got Judy, and she's got a great business on solopreneur for business analysts. And I'll let you talk a little bit about that. Judy, welcome. And can you tell me about your company and what you do?
Thank you, Don. I'm happy to be here today. My name is Judy Alter, and I am known as the optimistic VA because I just always look at the positive side of things, and my glass is always half full. With my business, I am a solopreneur, as he said. The name of my business is Judy Alter Speaker and Business Analysis Services, LLC, and I'm based in Omaha, Nebraska. I formed my business and went and retired from Mutual of Omaha right about the time that COVID turned the world upside down. Some of my friends feel that I caused the pandemic, but I don't think I'm that powerful. It certainly wasn't in the plan to put a pandemic in there, but you roll with the punches. And I did several things at Mutual of Omaha, but the last 15 years I was a senior systems business analyst. And I really found my true calling in life when I became a business analyst. I decided it was time to take early retirement and focus on the part of the business analysis profession that were my true passions. And so that's exactly what I did. For the first couple of years, I just made travel reservations and didn't really go too many places. But I hope to really travel this year. And this is the third year for my business, and I hope that this is the year I bring it on the map. I focus on individuals, and I tend to mentor and help business analysts who are newer or younger. It seems like that population gravitates to me. One of the things that I truly believe about business analysts is that because we get groups of people together to focus on requirements, one of the biggest things is you need to learn to deal with people. If you don't have good communication skills, collaboration skills, and you're not a good listener, you're not going to succeed. You can train anyone to figure out how to work your templates that are specific to your company, but you can't really just train business analysts in business analysis skills. Yeah. And so that's one of my focuses. The other focus is on speaking. I'm a public speaker, and because of COVID, I haven't spoken in person too much, but the first year I was in business, I did speak 37 times virtually. That's probably a little too many looking back because I remember how happy I was when I got done with the last presentation. But I did get to deliver like 3 keynotes that year, and that was more than what I expected, and it happened faster than I thought. One of the things I am also passionate about is the global organization, International Institute of Business Analysis. And I was the global chapter council chair. I led their team that oversaw all 120 chapters as a volunteer. And I just recently stepped down from that position. But for the whole time I've been retired, I've still been doing that on the side. I was maybe sometimes working on that more than my business, but it's just the way, nature falls. But any business analyst who's out there, if you're not an IIBA member, you need to go do so. Joining IIBA was the pinnacle of my career, and it really helped me to be the business analyst that I am now. And it gave me name recognition in the industry. So I didn't have that initial trying to tell people who I was and what I had been doing. So that's kind of where I went. I am a Nebraska girl, a huge Big Red fan and a huge sports fan. I was actually on the bowling team when I was at University of Nebraska at Lincoln, but they were nowhere near the stature of today's world. And it was not an NCAA sport, but still, I can claim that I'm a former college athlete.
Well, hey Judy, you were talking about that some credentials you had
Oh,
earlier
right.
there, and
Yes.
so I was wondering, is there certifications you do or you got? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. I actually have several insurance industry designations. Mutual offered the opportunity that they would pay for me to do those, and I felt that was something you needed to do. I'm quite proud of my FLMI, which is the Fellow Life Management Institute. That's probably one of the gold standard designations, but I am equally proud of my CBAP through IIBA, which is a certified business analyst professional. And that really solidifies you as a business analysis practitioner. And it gives you credit that a lot of other certifications don't, or people who aren't certified. I don't just get certified to put more initials behind my name. A couple of my friends used to tease me that I had the alphabet soup behind my name, but it wasn't really that way. But I suppose it can look that way. But it's very important. If you're serious about your career, you need to be a practitioner, and we have several wonderful designations through IIBA. And, if I were younger and a newer BA, I would, probably go for the cybersecurity and or the data analysis, because those are two very upcoming fields.
Is that something that you help guide new BAs with?
Yes,
Is how
yes.
to get that certification and how to do that?
Yes, there's about 7 or 8 certifications through IIBA, and there's an entry level one. When I actually took my test to be a CBAP, we just had one other certification, which was a CCBA, and really it was kind of similar to the CBAP, but it was designed toward people who hadn't been a business analyst that long. So, but yes, there's several ones, and there's an entry level one now that didn't exist, and that's where I always guide people, because let's face it, everyone in the world is a business analyst. They just don't realize it.
Yeah.
You go to the grocery store, you write up your list. Well, that's your requirements. How you approach the aisles is, so it's interesting when you tell people that. They're like, what? So
Yeah. So if somebody's like, I want to really help out Judy, what could they do? What would be a good lead, or how could they go about finding somebody to help you that would grow your business?
well, I focus on individuals, and I'm going to be kind of releasing some new things in my business this year. One of the things I'm going to focus on is doing more things by video than just blogs and social media. I'll still do that, but I feel that one of the things that I really excel at is talking to people, and that's what everyone wants more of. And so I have a show called The Optimistic Bites, and so I'm going to do more of that this year. And I would help a company if they had a group of people that needed training or coaching or mentoring. But another one of the key things that people always tell about me is I'm a storyteller, and I have so many stories from my time at Mutual and different things. And I always try to bring apart a lesson to somebody. It's not about me. It's about what happened, and why that is relevant to the topic. I'm a firm positive person. I use humor in everything. I laugh every day. I make sure I make people laugh. I'm not the most graceful person, sort of a klutz, and so I have injured myself quite a bit. But I also have kind of provided entertainment at times by tripping, not on purpose, but it just happens. So that's one thing. And let's face it, we only have one life. It's not a dress rehearsal. This is it. And it's just so much better to be laid back and positive rather than being all grumpy and that just takes too much energy. I'd rather, not be that tired at the end of the day. And so that's how I focus. And that truly is my attitude. And
Yeah.
a couple of my friends kind of challenged me early on with my business. They said, optimistic BA. Okay, we agree you're a very positive person, but how much of the time are you truly optimistic? And I said, well, nobody's going to be perfect. I said, I'll go with 97%. So it's helped me when I've had a few illnesses through the years that I remained positive. And I was the person who comforted my managers one time when I told them I had to have some surgery. They were the ones crying and all upset. I was just going with it because really it doesn't do much good to, go against it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're definitely a nurturing soul. We can tell that. Just by talking to you.
Yeah.
If somebody wanted to get a hold of you,
Mhm.
I guess that last two questions is, do you work outside of Omaha? If in a different city, different state, is that something possible?
Sure. I would travel outside or do something virtual.
Mhm.
And for that reason, you could do something virtual all around the globe, actually.
Yeah.
And that was truly that was one of the blessings of COVID to me. Not the disease. It's a horrible disease. But as a global chapter council chair, I really wasn't very global. And so I got to know people all over the world. And some of them have become very good friends.
Yeah.
In fact, I get up every Friday at about 4:30 so that I can be on a BA cafe that originates out of Brussels at 5:30 a.m.
Mm.
And a lot of us, when we're traveling, will still do that.
That's interesting.
That's, it's just a fun hour and we talk about most anything,
Well,
business
hey,
analysts can talk all day. So, I won't,
if somebody wanted to get a hold of you or watch your video or email or Facebook, or phone, how would they go about getting a hold of you?
Well, my phone number is 402-547-6165. I am on LinkedIn and Facebook, both. I'm also on Instagram, but my team that manages my website does things. I don't really do too much on Instagram. But I am known, I have business pages, the Optimistic BA on both of those social medias. I also am on there as myself.
Good.
So that's where I am.
Yeah.
And my email is theoptimisticba@gmail.com.
That's the optimistba@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay, great.